Hey, what's up you guys? This is Sentai22 here. How you guys all doing? Before I start, let me just say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and all of the other festive holidays that you guys celebrate. So anyway, I just saw an entire marathon of Samurai Sentai Shinkenger. I watched all 49 episodes actually of the series as well, including the two movies. And before I start, let me just say this will contain spoilers, so I don't want to, get anybody mad that I ruined the series for you. Well, then again, you did watch Power Ranger Samurai, so at least parts of it. So anyway, Samurai Sentai's Shinkenger. I have to say, one of the best Super Sentai series of the 2000s, next to Deca Ranger, in my opinion. I mean, the chemistry that they have with each other is really spot on. I really like that. I like the episode when the Shinkengers were investigating this rich kid, and one of the Shinkengers that were in this assignment was Takaru Shinken Red and Konoha Shinken Yellow. Konoha was disguised as the rich girl, and Takaru was disguised as a servant. Ironically, Konoha served the Takaru, which, of course, Takaru is the lord and Konoha is the vessel. So, she wasn't used to that, and, she went to this in the hallway and she sat down, and Takaru went to Konoha and, touched her head, and that was a really cute moment there. I bet you a lot of people wrote a lot of fanfics about that. So also there's one episode when this Geto Shu monster transfer people's souls into inanimate objects. Like, for example, Takaru was trapped in a kitty jar, and his body was shaped as a kitty, was imitating the kitty jar, and that was just really hilarious because Jackie, the Green Ranger, was putting marker whiskers on the cheeks, and that was really, and he took a picture on his shoto phone, and that was really hilarious. So now, one thing interesting about the series was the villains. I mean, wow, the background stories were the most disturbing background stories I've seen. I mean, in the Power Ranger Samurai, Decker and Dayu were, once lovers. In Shinkenger is a completely different story. They were not really in love or anything like that. They had completely different backgrounds altogether. Dayu background, she fell in love with this man. Unfortunately, he fell in love with another woman, and she got very upset that he fell in love with her. So what she did was she went to the man's wedding, where she lit the whole place on fire, killing the bride and him. And she was so distraught, she had so much crime of passion, that she turned into a Getusho, and her banjo had the soul. The banjo that she has was the soul was the man that she fell in love with, and got damaged by Duoku, who is the Japanese Master Xander. When it got damaged, it had like this, like the banjo looked like it was in pain. It was the soul of the man that was trapped in that banjo. He was in pain, like, and that was the most creepiest, disturbing thing that I've heard. I'm glad they didn't put it in Samurai, because I think it would have drove a lot of kids very scared. As well as Juzo's background, he was a assassin, killing his opponents, to death. I mean, wow. He was so obsessed with finding the best opponent with his sword Urumasa. I mean, his destruction came to an end after all in the final episode. So very, very interesting. Now, in the series, things start to unveil when Takaru wasn't really the Lord, but he was kind of like a cover-up for the real Shiba Red Ranger, which was a girl, Kaoru. I have to say, and the first female Red Ranger in the Super Sentai franchise. So it's definitely interesting to see a various combinations of what a Sentai Red female warrior would be like. Although Toei, I doubt they wouldn't do that, and I guess it was just to test out to see what it would be. But I really doubt they wouldn't do that in the next series. But it was very interesting to see that. I mean, Kaori presented herself very well. I mean, she was a lord, but she was very kind. But she know her place. Because she know that the vessels, the other Shinkenger Rangers were more loyal to Kaoru than her. So I'm glad that she wasn't like a spoiled brat or anything in this, although I think in Power Rangers Samurai they might do that. I don't know, maybe. That's just my prediction, because they want to do something completely different with this this story idea, so I don't know. Now there's one bad side about this series is the mechs. Now I have to say, on its own, Shinken-O is a very awesome mech, very cool design, very Shogun-like, very similar to the Moteki Daishogun from Kaku Ranger. Very awesome indeed. But when they start to put all of the auxiliary mechs together, it's just starting to look like one big mess of a cluster mecha. I mean, wow. I mean, if you look at Yo Ryu Shinken Hayo, it looks like the mech is on a forklift. I mean, you can't even carry that stuff around the back. I mean, this makes Go Onger Engine OG12 look presentable. I mean, really, Bandai, enough with putting auxiliary mechs together. I mean, even if it's 1, 2, 3, that's fine, but 6, 7, 8, for God's sakes, man, that's too much. That is way too much. I mean, really. I mean, how do you suppose a kid will play with it? I mean, really. It's just a display piece right there. When you put them together, you can't really play with it. I mean, even if you try to move it, some of the parts will be coming out. I mean, wow. Also, the theme song. I mean, probably one of my least favorite theme songs from Psychic Lover. I love Psychic Lover. They did theme songs for Deca Ranger as well as Yu-Gi-Oh! And the first Bakugan series that aired in Japan. So this is not my favorite theme song, but other than that, the series is great. It really touches a lot. As I said again, the character chemistry is really great. It's more like a brother and sister type thing with the Shinkengers, but yeah, very awesome. Not only that, but I have to say, I did say bad things about Takaru, because he was kind of like a serious guy. He was kind of like a douche, but after a while, it grew on me. He wasn't that serious of a guy. I mean, sure, he had to show a serious appearance because of course he's the Lord, but I can understand why he had to do that. So anyway, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoy my little review on Shinkenger. If you're a fan of the Japanese culture and you want to get into Sentai, Samurai Sentai Shinkenger is a recommendation. I'll have to say, really good series. So for those of you who want, you can write down in the comments what is your favorite moment of Shinkenger. So this is Sentai22, and I'm out.